8 things King Charles III inherited. The crown jewels. When Charles became king, he inherited custodianship of the crown jewels, the most valuable royal collection in the world. These include historic pieces like the imperial state crown, the St. Edward's crown, and the legendary Cullinan diamonds. Although he does not own them personally, they are now under his protection and used only for his state duties. This collection is priceless. Over 100 objects, 23,000 gemstones, and centuries of royal history. It represents the full weight of monarchy that now sits on his shoulders. The Duchy of Lancaster. The moment Queen Elizabeth passed away, Charles inherited the Duchy of Lancaster, a private estate worth over £650 million. This massive portfolio includes farmland, castles, commercial buildings, forests, and famous properties across England. It generates tens of millions in income each year, used to support the monarch's personal expenses. The estate dates back to the 13th century, making it one of the oldest sources of royal wealth. It is now a major part of Charles's private fortune. Balmoral Castle. The late Queen's favorite home, Balmoral, also passed directly to Charles. This Scottish estate is deeply personal to the Windsors. It's where they vacationed, where Diana and Charles spent their early years, and sadly where the Queen passed away. Balmoral is privately owned, not funded by taxpayers, which means Charles now fully controls it. The estate is massive, covering forests, mountains, and rivers across Aberdeenshire. It remains one of the most cherished royal retreats, the Queen's racehorses and stables. One of Queen Elizabeth's greatest passions was horse racing, and Charles inherited her entire stable of over 100 racehorses and breeding mares. The Queen's horses were known for winning major competitions across the UK. Charles surprised many by selling several of them, but he still maintains the royal racing tradition. It's a personal legacy directly tied to the Queen's heart. Hundreds of historic jewels. Beyond the crown jewels, Charles inherited privately owned royal jewelry, brooches, pearl necklaces, sapphires, rubies, and pieces passed down from Queen Victoria and Queen Mary. These jewels are not used for state events but belong to the family personally. Many of these pieces were worn by Queen Elizabeth throughout her life and hold emotional value. Charles now decides which pieces may eventually go to Camilla, Kate, or future queens. Sandringham Estate. Charles also inherited the Sandringham Estate, the royal family's private country home in Norfolk. This is where the Windsors gather every Christmas, and where many of the Queen's beloved horses were raised. Sandringham is completely private property, no government involvement. The estate includes 20,000 acres of farmland, gardens, houses, and woodlands. It's also the place where King Charles now hosts key family gatherings and traditions. A vast art collection. Charles inherited access to one of the largest and most valuable art collections in Europe. This includes works by Rembrandt, Vermeer, Da Vinci, and Canaletto, along with priceless sculptures and royal portraits. These artworks fill Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, and the galleries of his private homes. It's a collection worth billions and represents centuries of royal taste and history. The role and power of the crown itself. Perhaps the greatest inheritance is not physical, it's the monarchy itself. Charles inherited constitutional power, state duties, the leadership of the Commonwealth, and the lifelong responsibility of being the head of state. He now represents the UK globally, signs laws, appoints prime ministers, and fulfills hundreds of yearly engagements. More than anything, Charles inherited the legacy of the world's most famous monarchy.